Hi guys, today we're going to be talking about a spiritual lesson I learned to conquer my anxiety. Now, I'm not a doctor. Let's get into it. I'm going to tell you not only an analogy, but I'm also going to provide you some visuals because personally, I'm a visual learner, so I like diagrams and all that because it helps me absorb it pretty easily. I'm also going to use some analogies so that we can connect this thinking to prior knowledge so you can really grasp it and hopefully use this information to better your life, your kid's life, and by extension, everyone's life. Let's do it. First things first, I want to talk about the theory I have called the common denominator theory. Let's look to here. So we've all seen this problem before, probably in a math class. We're talking about common denominators. 1 over 5 plus 3 over 5 equals 4 over 5. Makes sense. The only thing we need to keep in mind is that the denominator always remains the same. That's the same for the spiritual lesson I'm about to teach you. Let's apply that same common denominator theory to ourselves as human beings. Let me scoot over for this example. So let's say that Fulano cut me off on the road. Annoying, a fair reason to be annoyed. Felicia decided to flip me off. A fair reason to be annoyed. Let's say I was told by my boss that I'm laid off and now I don't have a job. A fair reason to be anxious. Let's say that there's not enough money in my bank account this week, so now I'm stressed and I'm anxious. Okay, so now what we've learned is that at the end of the day, the common denominator between everything you're experiencing in life is yourself. So as all these things add up on each other, they compound because those things can add up, but you're just one person, right? So all these things compound and now they're on top of you, which is the common denominator. Okay, so now we understand why you might be feeling anxious, why you're overwhelmed, but okay, Miss Pena, you haven't taught me how to deal with the issue. That's what's next. You are here, and you, as a being, have thoughts and feelings. So, if I have thoughts and feelings, how do I cope with them? Well, your thoughts are chaotic. There's a lot going on. You can't pay the bills. Your mom's in the hospital. All these horrible things are happening, right? Those are your thoughts. That's what's going through your mind at all times. That's causing your feelings, which is the feeling of anxiety and dread and overwhelm. A good question to ask yourself is, am I my feelings? Am I my thoughts? And quite frankly, the reality is you aren't. I haven't even gone far enough into this. Let me explain why I believe you are not your feelings and you are not your thoughts. I'm about to hit you with some great examples. I'm a teacher. Maybe you've been a student. Maybe you've been a teacher. Doesn't really matter. If you've ever been in a classroom, you know there's always some kid that just is chaotic and they just want to bring the annoying energy to the teacher and just dig under her to just make her wheels turn. I've had lots of those students, and although I love them all, I don't like them every day. And sometimes, because they're so annoying, I have the thought that, man, I really wish I could just look at them and say, shut the hell up, my dude, please. I'm begging you. I would really like to say that, but I don't. And that's just a testament to the fact that you are not your thoughts. You might think some wild and outlandish things, but just whatever caused that to be born, it lives and it dies. The sooner you let it die and don't get mad or angry about it, the sooner you'll be free, right? Now, let me explain why you are not your feelings. Here's how I know you are not your feelings. Let's just think about the way we talk about feelings. I got feelings for someone. I am getting angry, right? All these things that you feel, you talk about getting them, like you're receiving them, like they are outside of you. So when you realize that you up here are an observer that's choosing what you do, that's going to make you be a lot more at peace because in this space, there's room to observe your thoughts, let them come and let them go, let them be born and let them die without feeling any sort of sadness for that or anxiety or overwhelm because you can choose to be peaceful about it. I think sometimes it's the wise choice to cry about it and let those feelings out and be sad. But I also think that how many days are you going to do that for? You might need a month, you might need a year, but do you want to be that old woman that's a curmudgeon and is negative about everything because she can't let anything go? No one wants to be that person. But when you can observe your thoughts from a higher perspective and just kind of say, okay, those are my feelings, how am I going to choose to move on with my day in the present and try to, take some moments for gratitude. Like, my mother was lovely. She provided me so much great wisdom. Then you're going to automatically go back to that place of loving awareness without feeling anxious dread. Every thought and every single feeling you have is a result of what you observed and what you chose to feel. You cannot forget that at the end of the day, you are the common denominator. But keeping that in mind, I also want to say one last thing. Since we are the observers, and choosers of our future or of our thoughts, I do want to let you know that what you think, you become. So that's a Buddhist saying, the mind is everything, what you think, you become. So although you are not your thoughts, you become your thoughts. So if you keep thinking depressing thoughts, hating yourself, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm this, I'm that, you will be that. If you choose to say, I'm enlightened, I'm beautiful, my light radiates from within, then you will become that. So it's really a decision on every single moment, every time the hand ticks, you need to be making the conscious decision to observe your thoughts and choose what you want to do. Because when you're choosing to live in fear and anxiety and whatever, you are creating what Christians call hell on earth. When you choose to be free and open and be the observer of your thoughts as opposed to just letting your thoughts control you, you will reach heaven on earth, or as Buddhists call it, enlightenment. So I really hope that this video helped you. I would love, love, love if you can drop a like and also drop a comment. Let me know if you agree or disagree. I think this is kind of like, I'm speaking on it like it's facts because it feels like facts to me. It feels like the only truth I know. But I want to know if you agree or disagree. Or if you're older, like what insights do you have as you've aged with coming to terms with the fact that like we are more than just our body. On that note, I just wanted to extend a gratitude to you and say thank you for showing up to class today and being here with me. Before we go, I'm going to share the same quote that I shared earlier. I will share this at the end of every video because I think it's the most important thing I've ever learned, which is that the mind is everything, what you think you become. So make sure you're choosing every second of every day to make your dreams a reality or make your light shine, however that looks like to you. It's different for every person. And of course, remember to be safe, be respectful, be responsible, make good choices. Have a nice day, guys. Take care.